part 2 of how I move my body after a long travel day. We're continuing from part 1. So we left off in downward facing dog, placing deep bends in those knees, pedal out the feet, take a breath or two here before coming slowly to the toes, bending the knees, lightly step or hop to the top of the mat, and fold. Let the head hang heavy. Let the arms hang loose. I'm sliding my hands underneath my feet for a gorilla pose. You can also grab opposite elbows, swing side to side in a ragdoll. And I'm going to start expanding my ragdoll, coming into full body circles, up and over, really focusing on maintaining a flat back through those, stretching the side body, the lower back, and underneath the armpits. Now we're switching directions. Inhale up and exhale down. We're going to do one more of these in each direction. Inhale up, engage the core, maintain a flat back. Exhale down and switch. Inhale up, reach at the top, and exhale down. Good. Let it go. I'm sliding my hands back under my feet for a gorilla pose, really pulling up through the top of the spine, through the head, and of course, getting a really good hamstring stretch in there. Nodding my head yes and shaking my head no to really start to release the tension in the neck. Inhale to come up, hands come up overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. We're going to bring the hands down into a mountain pose. So hands are spun open, shoulder blades kiss together, heart and chest are open. And we're just going to bring shoulder and ear as close as possible. Again, working out the tension that builds up in the neck after sitting for long periods of time. Bring the arms back up overhead and fold, maintaining a flat back during that fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat spine. Look up, look forward. Just doing some shoulder circles here because I felt some stickiness in my shoulder during that halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Inhale halfway again. Really trying to improve that spine mobility. And exhale, step it back. Downward facing dog. We're going to inhale to plank, exhale to the knees, elbows rub the ribs, chest and chin to the mat, chaturanga, and cobra pose. Notice how I'm not doing any upward facing dogs here because I'm really trying to focus on opening the heart and the chest, and I don't want to sink into my shoulders. When we're sitting it back into a child's pose. So big toes are together here, knees are wide, sits bones are back on the heels. Walk both hands over to the right side, breathing into that left side body. We're really trying to expand from the left hip to the left armpit with the inhale, and we're sinking a little bit deeper with the exhale. Stay here for one more deep breath. Inhale into the side body, really create space, and exhale, release, slowly begin to walk the hands back through center, over to the left side. We're doing the same thing with the right side body, so you really are trying to create space from the right hip up through the right armpit. We're breathing in to create space and exhaling to sink deeper and release some of that tension. 2 big breaths here. Inhale, really find space in the chest, in the rib cage, in the side of the lower belly and the hip. Exhale, sink deeper. One more time. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to sink. Slowly begin to walk the hands back to the center of the mat. We're just going to take as much time as we need here. Notice how my hands are no longer pressing into the mat. My forearms are meeting the mat, so this is no longer an active child's pose. We're starting to wind down here. Forehead presses into the mat. We breathe into the back body, really trying to create space in the lower back, where the spine meets the pelvis, where we hold a lot of tension in our hips. Slowly press into the hands, come back through tabletop, and then onto the mat on your front. Now we're going to stay here for a moment. Your hands can stay in cobra arms, or you can let them relax. And very slowly, we're going to come into a bow pose. So grabbing the ankles, and we're going to try to push the feet away from the hands. So we're both pulling the feet towards the back, and the legs are actively trying to push the feet away. Notice how this feels on your pelvic bones. If you're feeling any kind of pain, make sure to put a pillow or a blanket underneath you. I know for me, this was a little bit hard on the stone floor, so I kind of kept taking breaks and going back into it. It's a really big heart and chest opener, so stay for as long as you feel you need, but it's definitely a very intense pose before releasing back on the mat. Again, we're finding the breath here, taking however much time you need to lay face down on the mat in stillness. Whenever you're ready, slowly begin to press into the palms, coming on to the sits bones. Slowly roll down vertebra by vertebra until you're laying on your back. Go as slow as you need to. We're coming into a happy baby, so grab outsides of the feet, knees come into the armpits. Feel free to stay still, or as I'm doing, rock side to side and back and forth along the spine. This really helps massage some of the deeper muscles of the back. But again, do whatever feels good to you in your body. I'm just doing this intuitively because it's what my body needed after a long sedentary travel day. When you're ready, slowly release the feet onto the mat. Bring the knees to meet. Feet are wider than hip distance. This is very regulating for the nervous system. Not only does it decompress your main hip muscle, the psoas, but it also helps to create space in your pelvic floor, so it can help with chronic bracing in your pelvic floor if that is a reaction that your nervous system has when you're dysregulated. I know mine does. It's very common. Another thing that happens here is you're grounding down into the sacral vertebra, specifically S2 to S4, and that automatically activates the parasympathetic system and tells your body that you're safe. So I'm pairing this with cactus arms because I'm trying to open my heart and open my chest here. So we're kind of regulating on both fronts, both opening and creating space in the hips, and lying in a vulnerable position where we can release any unprocessed grief with a very light heart opener. So you can feel free to do the same, or feel free to leave your hands how you would like them, whatever feels good in your body. The goal of this practice is to bring some rejuvenation back to your body after you've been in an uncomfortable position for a long period of time. I hope that this was helpful to some of you. Sending so much love. Bye.